Book review. Keigo Grandmaster. Develop your ownage in polite Japanese using example sentences. Written by Khatzumoto, posted in August of 2010. Good books are all over the place and I want to share them with you. I figure if you're still reading this, you care, so, it beats shaking down random people in the street and trying to recommend books to them. Star Trek fans know what I'm talking about. You want the rest of your family and friends to love it, but they don't, so you find your ST buddies, sort of like a cult. Cult? AJATT. AJATT? Books. Books? Today's book. A handsome little tome on Keigo and how to use it. Title, author, and info. Keigo no Tatsujin Quizu de Wakaru Anata no Kanchiai, or Keigo Grandmaster, Quiz Your Way to Keigo Greatness. Written by Hiroki Yamagishi. Language, Japanese, furigana, no. Pros. Good highlighting. I love the judicious use of bold type in Japanese business books. It really puts their English counterparts to shame. Clear formatting, easy to read, nice division by subject and scenario, e.g. email, customer conversations, conversations with senpais, tons of example sentences, teaches with example sentences and not just freaking verb tables and arrows. This is big, smiley face. Enough with the tables already, people, damn. Save them for something else. Cons. Text is all in black and white with very few illustrations, which gets a little boring. Yes, Uncle Khatzumoto likes his colors and pictures. Points out a lot of Keigo mistakes, which you want to avoid. This can be confusing, in part because 1. The mistakes aren't clearly delineated by color or anything, which can cause you to trip up, and 2. A lot of the quote-unquote mistakes are arguably minor technicalities, like whether to use osore irimasu instead of just sumimasen. In my experience, it's nothing that anyone wouldn't even really be able to notice. We're not talking about clearly erroneous usage here in the case with Baito Keigo. Then again, this book is all about being a grandmaster, so I guess I'm just looking for something to criticize, haha. Quiz format really isn't for me. I find that it hurts to point out incorrect usage more than it helps, so I just go straight for the correct answer. No use filling my head with errors. Comments. Good book. Not really for going through in one sitting. This is a keeper, one that you're going to want to come back from time to time and add to your SRS piecemeal. Maybe you can make yourself a separate Keigo deck if your SRS allows for easy deck management like Sorusu, hehe. Another word of advice, a lot of people used to tell me this and I thought it was the cheesiest double McCheese thing ever, but now I think they were right. Keigo is valuable and important, but basic kindness and a smile are even more important. It is possible to deliver cold-hearted Keigo, but what a waste, winky face. Having said that, gaijin are rarely short on personality, but do sometimes, frequently, come up a teeny bit lacking in refinement and etiquette. I'm one to talk. So, getting yourself some solid Keigo would be a worthwhile exercise. Speaking of color, gol darn, man, this is a beef I have with manga as well. I am more than willing to pay someone to get some color up in here. Like I said, the highlighting puts English language books to shame. A lot of English language business book authors seem to have these weird pretensions to novel writing. They seem to want to tell you a story. As a reader, let me tell it straight up. I don't need your story. Storytelling may have worked for the richest man in Babylon, but that was a one-book stand. We just kind of let it slide because George Clason was so smooth with the whole thing. We were young. We were inebriated. He was charming. Business writers, business people, heed my call. I know that neither academics nor artists respect you. I know you want to be considered real writers of artistic and intellectual value. I know that being thought of as nothing but rich Philistines grates on your self-esteem, but just get over it and give me some bold type and bullet points, big fella. Tom Peters knows what I'm talking about.